All right, y'all, so let's get into this Bruno Mars and cultural appropriation. Is it cultural appropriation or misappropriation, as some people like to think? I don't know. Now, listen, y'all have been tweeting me and dropping down in the comments talking about this for the longest while, and I chose to stay away from this subject matter for several reasons. One, Bruno Mars is like my favorite artist right now. That's number one. Number two, when I saw the video that sparked all of this, the young lady at the debate, and she was talking so eloquently and spoke her point so well, it just made me cringe and roll my eyes, only because all these woke black people, this whole woke movement, it's really wearing me out, because we've got people who are truly conscious and woke for real, and then we've got this bandwagon it's trendy to be woke thing going on. And I'm not saying that that young lady was that. What I am saying is, when I watched it, it just instantly triggered that in me, and I was like, here we go again with this fake deep shit about shit that really don't even matter in the grand scheme of life as it relates to love, life, happiness, and liberty for black people in this country. But okay, so I just didn't have the emotional wherewithal or the mental bandwidth to dive in. And then lastly, you know me, I like to sit down and bake in these kind of topics for a while and stew and really think them through. So here's what we do know, right? Or let me back up. In my early 20s, for a very brief period of time, Joss Stone happened to be one of my, favorite artists for a little bit. And I loved Joss Stone's because I loved the voice, I loved the soulfulness, right? She was climbing the charts, she was on all the commercials. And I'm gonna tell you something. For me, it was an added bonus that she was white. Yes, because we were not used to seeing white people sing so soulfully, right? So it's like, all right, white girl got style, white girl got swag. Okay. After some of her songs go off, I remember being in my early 20s being like, something has to be wrong with white people. Because if you like Joss Stone, then you have to like Aretha Franklin. You have to like Leela James. Like, there is no way possible you can sit down with your eyes closed, listen to a Joss Stone record or an Adele record for that. You cannot like an Adele record and not like a Leela James record. With eyes closed, they are the same exact person, same vibes, and not same person, but same vibe, same sound. You get my point. Stephanie Mills came on Sister Circle and she said one thing, and it is so profound. And white people, this is something that I would like y'all to discuss or explain to us. Stephanie Mills said, don't get it twisted. They like black culture and black music. They just don't want it from us. And I said, ooh, damn, bitch. But the way things are looking is that she's absolutely right. Like, obviously y'all like it because you took Joss Stone to the top. You took Adele to the top of the charts for a style of music that has been around since before the Motown era. So it looks as if y'all do like it, you just don't want it from us. Okay, so that's one argument we need to frame. White people, the masses, they do like what we deem black culture. They just don't want it from us. All right, now as it relates to Bruno Mars, knowing absolutely nothing about Bruno Mars's background or knowing him personally, I've always felt Bruno Mars was the kid of mixed cultural backgrounds that had to have grown up in a predominantly black neighborhood or environment. And he is just acting out and performing based on his influences. That's what I felt. That's what I still feel. The way the young lady framed her argument as it related to Bruno being a cultural appropriator, she framed it in such a way that would have you think Bruno Mars is strategically sitting at home and saying, okay, how can I dominate the world? What gimmick must I participate in to dominate the world? Me personally, in my heart of hearts, I do not feel like Bruno Mars is sitting at home saying, what can I rip off from black culture and sell to the world because I'm Filipino, and they'll take it from me, but they won't take it from black people. I legitimately do not think that's his intention. I don't think that's the type of whatever that he's given. I think that boy closes his eyes and he pulls from his influence in life, and what comes out of his mouth is his true natural art. Now, that's a second part of this argument. The third thing is, in terms of his commercial and radio success, we've already proven that the masses like black culture. They don't want it from black people. Bruno Mars is culturally ambiguous. Does it serve to his advantage that he is not black? It absolutely does. We've already established white folks like black music. They just don't want it from us. But the thing that gets me is that is not Bruno's fault. And what I did not like about the young lady's argument is that it didn't provide any solution as to what it is Bruno Mars should be doing. I think it is unfair for Bruno to now be shamed and made to be looked at as if he's done something wrong because of the way the fucked up United States of America is set up with colonialism, vestiges of slavery, so on and so forth. I think it's unfair to make him the figurehead of that. I think that her rage and a lot of other people's upset is misguided. Being a black person, I totally get it. It's frustrating as hell that the type of music that just runs through our veins that we've been singing since damn forever gets no traction on the radio when it comes from us. But when Bruno sings it, he goes to number one. I understand that, I support it, but that's not Bruno's fault. That's white America's fault. And what is he to do? See, one thing I like about Bruno Mars and why I don't feel like it's cultural appropriation, you can't fake the funk, the soul, the pizzazz that boy got. You can tell Bruno was raised listening to the Gap Band, Charlie Wilson, Morris Day and the Time, Prince, so Bobby Brown. I call 24K a Bobby Brown album, the non-released Bobby Brown album, because that's what it gives me. It gives me Don't Be Cruel vibes. Nonetheless, I don't think Bruno should be penalized for none of this. I do think we got a problem. White folks just despise any and everything black, not individually, as a collective. Number two, you know, where do we put artists like Bruno? What do y'all want him to do? Like, that's my whole thing. What is Bruno Mars really supposed to do in a situation like this that will make the woke black folks and those claiming cultural appropriation, what must he do to make you happy? Would you prefer he go on and sing like Billy Joel songs? But that's not gonna work for him because that's not what he feels in his soul. So no, I don't agree. I don't agree with the cultural appropriation as far as Bruno Mars is concerned. I do agree that we do have a problem. I do believe that there are a lot of cultural appropriators out there. I don't believe that Bruno Mars is one of them. I, in closing, think that the people who are like railing behind and pushing this narrative about Bruno Mars being a cultural appropriator, I do think that there is merit to their upset. I just think it's misguided and misdirected. So that's my thought on this whole Bruno Mars situation. Y'all drop down in the comments and let me know what y'all think about it. And I'll call you back. Bye.